Hey everyone, it's Mary with Time to Train Fitness. I have my chair. I'm sitting in my chair, so that means it's time for chair yoga. And this yoga practice is specifically designed for those of you who feel very tight or immobile in your legs and your hips. This will lengthen out a lot of tissue, especially in the back side of your leg, to give you an easier walking pattern and allow you to sit more comfortably. So if getting in and out of a chair or a sofa or your car seat is a little bit difficult, I think you'll like this practice. Okay, let's start with hands on your knees. Your body is nice and erect. You're either in a hard back chair or a lounge chair, whichever is best for you. And let's first of all focus on our feet. Let's feel our feet in contact with the floor. Kind of press down with each foot briefly, just for a second, waking up those nerve endings in your feet. And let's open those legs out wider than hip width. We are going to start to just turn very briefly, very easily. Both hands are outside one thigh. Hold yourself here. You'll feel opening happening in the side of your trunk. 2 breaths here. And bring yourself back to center. Let's go the opposite way. Hands outside that thigh. Spine is nice and tall. 1 more breath. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. Legs are placed hip width apart. 1 leg extends, and you are going to point your toe. And now bring your toes back towards your face. Again, point your toe. And bring those toes back towards your face. Twice more. Point your toe. And bring it back towards your face. Rotate that ankle, please. And opposite direction. Our feet are our stability on land. So we need our ankles mobile and doing their job. Bring that leg up on top of the opposite thigh or cross to the ankle, whichever works best for you. And one more time, we're doing circles. And opposite direction. Very nice. Let's bring that leg over more, turning into your side, lengthening out the side of that leg. Come center, press that leg forward, toes are back towards your nose. One more time. And drop that leg, opposite leg, out in front. Point your toes towards your nose. And towards the floor. Doesn't that feel good? Toes back towards your nose. And towards the floor. Twice more. Toes back. Toes forward. Last time. How we doing? And point those toes away. Very good. First set of ankle circles. Around and opposite direction. Let's lift that leg under the thigh, placing it on top of the opposite leg. And let's turn towards the leg that is elevated. You'll feel a very gentle lengthening in your hip. 2 more breaths here. Very nice. Now follow my lead. I am going to elevate my knees slightly. I am going to hinge forward until I start to feel a gentle lengthening inside my hip. So I'm moving from my hip socket, not my low back. Torso nice and erect once more. Lower that leg. Let's lift that opposite leg. Resting on the thigh, torso tall. Now hinging forward from your hip socket, not your low back. You'll feel it right inside that hip joint. Now, just to help those tissues relax even more and receive more hydration from your body fluids, you are rotating your upper body side to side, tracing a half moon with your shoulders. Come to a stop center. Bring that leg down. Back to that wider than hip width position. Take 2 breaths here and let our body absorb all the information we just gave it through movement. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. This arm is going to rest on top of this thigh. This arm is reaching up. We're opening up the side of your torso. 3 breaths here. One more breath. Exhale, bring your arm down, rest it on the opposite thigh. Reach up. Can you look up? If not, you can be looking towards the floor. 2 more breaths here. Pay attention to what it feels like in the center of your low back, right above your glute muscle. You'll feel that lengthening. Bring it back to center. Very nice. Bring your feet forward. And we are grasping the side of our chair. I am going to expand my ribs forward as I take a breath in, looking up to the ceiling. And then I cave my chest in and my shoulders roll forward as I exhale. Let's do that 6 more times. Breathe in, look up, ribs forward. Exhale, collapse the chest, shoulders forward. Inhale, expand that chest. Exhale, cave that chest in. Inhale, ribs go forward. Exhale, collapse that chest. Inhale and exhale one more time. Bring your chest forward. Inhale and exhale, collapse that chest. Very nice. Sit upright. Hands are on your knees. Mountain pose. 3 breaths here. So good to get mobility in that upper back. It really assists your low back in being more comfortable. Okay. We are back in a wider position. Our feet are sort of pointed out at an angle. Your arms are up at shoulder height, and this is goddess pose. Bringing those elbows gently a little bit closer to the back wall. 2 breaths here. Last breath. Bring your hands down to your legs for a moment. This leg turns outside your chair. This leg expands back. If you can only get your leg here, that is totally fine. Otherwise, this will give you a little more opening in your hip. Arms are forward with fingers out for warrior 2. Now we are going to rotate into warrior 1 with airplane arms. Take a breath. Exhale, rotate your shoulders back to warrior 2, working on mobility. Breathe in, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Twice more. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Last one coming up. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. And look up. Hand reaches to that back leg. We reversed our warrior. And now, lower the forward arm. Bring the other arm in front. We are going to rotate to one side. Back center only as much as your body says is comfortable. Rotate the opposite way. And center. We are sending more fluids into those low back muscles. And center. The other way. And center one more time. This is a humble warrior variation for chair. And opposite direction. Very nice. Hinging forward. Humble warrior variation. B. Very nice. Bring it up. Now slowly bring yourself out of that position. 2 breaths here. Feel the warmth that's going through your legs. Okay, on the exhale, we bring this leg out. And extending the opposite leg behind. Let's go into classic warrior 2. And I'm moving just a little bit closer towards the edge of my chair. And warrior 1 with airplane arms. Slowly, slowly, warrior 2. Shoulders and ribs rotating, warrior 1. And slowly here, warrior 2, twice more. And exhale. Warrior 1, your upper chest rotating is massaging your low back because everything is connected. All right, bring those hands to your thigh, hinging forward slightly from your hip socket. Warrior 1 variation or humble warrior variation. Two more breaths here. Bring it up. And slowly bring the back leg forward. Bring the opposite leg forward. Here we are. 2 breaths here. Now I am going to do a movement that I've not done in our chair yoga practices before. Sitting back further in the chair. You may do this move with one leg or both. It is called boat pose for chair, so I'm holding onto the side of my chair. I lift one leg off the floor with toes up. So that's one-legged, or here is two-legged boat pose. 3 breaths. You'll find that your upper legs are working. That's intentional. Lots of strength in those muscles we're developing that help you get up out of your sofa. And legs down, forward fold. Forearms on your thighs. And drop one shoulder towards the floor. And up, drop the other shoulder towards the floor. And up, hands up. Out wide. Shoulder height. Hinging forward. And bring it back. Bring your arms down to your thighs. Open up those legs one more time, just a little bit wider than hip width. This knee is going to make its way down towards the floor. I call these windshield wipers. Breathe in. Exhale up. Breathe in. Exhale up. Breathe in. Really hydrating all the tissue around your hip. Breathe in, drop the knee. Exhale, bring it up. Breathe in, drop the knee. Exhale, bring it up. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring those feet back together. Scooch back in your chair. Let's bring that arm over the side of your torso. Bring your arm down, opposite arm up and over. Very nice. Bring that arm down, scooching towards the edge of your chair, dropping that leg. And we're doing a lunge variation. 2 more breaths. Feel that hip flexor opening. On your exhale, scooch that leg forward, scooch over into the opposite edge of your chair. This leg drops down. And your pelvis is reaching forward slightly. Let's bring hands to heart center. Two more breaths here. And bring yourself back to the center of your seat. Let's bring hands to your shoulders. Rotating those elbows. Feels especially lovely when you've moved everything else. Lower your arms, please. Turn your head to the side. And now look down. Bring your head back up and center. Turn to the opposite side. Drop your chin towards the floor. Come back up and center. Hinge forward from your hips. You'll feel some additional lengthening in the back of your legs. And exhale, return to an upright position. Inhale, hinge forward from your hips. just to the point of tension. Exhale, bring it back. One more time, hinge forward. And bring it back. Last thing, we're playing piano. And rolling those wrists one way. And then the other. Reach up and breathe in. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. We just had a great yoga practice. So awesome for lowering stress, making you feel so much more relaxed and much more mobile in your lower body. I look forward to practicing with you again. Please, if you haven't, subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them at the bottom. Until next time, namaste.